What's going on, people? It's Timmy Joe making videos about computer peripherals. All up in your grills, all up on the internet. Today on the program, a little quick tech with a company I used to have one of their sound cards, like way back in the Turtle Beach. You know, that was a thing, Turtle Beach sound, and they've been making peripherals, gaming headsets and whatnot for quite some time, but haven't heard much, about them lately, except for I know Dr. Disrespect, the crazy Twitch streamer, just is supported by these. So I will support his disrespecting of other headset brands. And when I got the email from these guys, I was like, that would be pretty cool, because it was actually right at the time that I was looking at these Corsair ones, which are the Virtuosos. These are $250, very premium headset. And I was looking I was like, that's just too much money. An alternative that gives you all the same, features, but for less money. And these Turtle Beach ones do a good job of that. These things are all plastic, where, these ones are brushed metal, like these, feel a little bit more substantial. But I mean, the quality of this headset right now is pretty much on par with the Corsair, less the plastic. And the features are there as well, and it's $150. So $100 less for these. And I actually prefer a lot of things about them, quite a few things. So we're going to get into a little, thing on this. These are the Atlas, Elite Aero Atlas. It's too many names. Turtle Beach Elite Atlas Aero Pro Performance Gaming Headset Wireless. We're going to have a look at these. They're for your PC. By default can work with other things, but not as well. They're wireless, remember, so hook them up to a console. That will prove to be a little difficult, where I believe these will actually, with the dongle, plug into a PS4. I don't think these will, although there is a 3.5 millimeter headset jack that will allow you to plug these in as a normal headset to anything, as a wired headset to anything that works with it. Switch, Xbox, PS4, all that stuff. But these will apparently work with a Mac as well, but they're mainly, for PC gamers. They're for PC gamers. And I've been using them a lot, mainly as my main gaming headset, and they work excellent. So they are wireless, and they have a pretty decent battery life. 30 hours is what it says. I feel like headset like this should be able to go longer. There's a lot of room in these cups. I've actually had these ones apart. They have about the same kind of battery life, and the battery was pretty small in it, in proportion. I feel like for $150 or $250, you should be able to get 5 days worth of intermittent gaming on these. I can't quite get past a couple of days with these, but they automatically shut off, which I really like. Where the Corsair ones, they had this auto sleep, and then they would turn on as soon as there was the littlest, you guys know me, I bounce around a lot. There's actually a sensor in these that would turn them back on, and I would hear the little lady talk in the earphones and say, connected or whatever, and then you'd know that they were just, sucking battery back. These ones, they turn off until you press the button again, which I like. Better than this automatic crap. They've got a good plastic feel, like I'm saying. 30 hours of battery life. Software is really good. I'll show you the software in just a second if you're big into software. You kind of got to install the software if you're going to use these, because it opens up a lot of possibilities. Also allows you to update the firmware on them, which I have had to do once, which is pretty interesting. The little dongle and the headset gets a firmware update that will correct issues and down the line. I like to see that. It's pretty good. It hooks up using micro USB, and we're in the age of USB-C now, so a little dated there, but it hooks up to your PC and charges. Or you can use them as a wired headset through the USB, I believe. That's how it got me to update the firmware anyways. The sound is great in these. They've got some pretty big drivers inside here, and the volume isn't as loud as I'd wish, but it was possible to get some thudding, from some bassy music in this. But the software kind of really goes to show how these aren't meant for listening to music. They're all centered around first-person gaming.
They have these like super hearing settings. They can actually do some macros to switch up. Let's say in one game you want the super hearing on, the next game you just want to, lay back and you don't want to, have your audio settings all messed up to like hear footsteps far away. You just want to enjoy the game. You can press a, macro on your keyboard and it'll fire it over to a different setting so that you can play them like that. It's pretty good. They're pretty comfortable, but I have a ginormous head, and they kind of feel like they're choking my giant head after a while, but I will give them a pass on that. Like,
as you can see, there is a little doohickey in here that stretches, with your head. My problem being I'm at maximum already, and if you kind of, you wear them for a week, you get a little bit better used to them. But the one comfort thing that I really like is the cups. So they're, sound isolating cups, and they've got like a leathery kind of feeling around them. But unlike the Virtuosos, which had that same leathery inside and would make me have ear sweat, I can't have ear sweat. These ones have a fabric inside, which makes it way easier
to use them over extended gameplay periods without you feel like around your ears are getting.
Uh-oh, they just turned off. They turned off? That's a little concerning. Hello? Oh. So why that's concerning is I was using them in OBS to record what I was saying so I could splice in parts of me actually using the microphone on this, which is another point of contention I have. Give me a second. I want to figure out why they turned off. It seems like they went into sleep mode. I don't think there was a battery issue.
And now they're back. That's weird because it was kind of like they went into sleep mode even though they were being used to grab audio just because nothing's playing through them. So I wonder if I've never really had that issue before, but it's like they just went to sleep even though I was using the microphone, as you heard at points, for me to talk. So I guess before we get into the software, one last point of contention is, or one of the few that I have with this is the microphone doesn't sound as good as it should for $150.
I would expect, it's serviceable. And obviously in game or using, Discord or something like that, no one's going to be like, holy shit, your microphone doesn't sound good. But I found that these sounded a lot better. And even the microphone on this, for $250 especially, I would expect the mic to be really good. And it was only like, okay.
There is some like AM radio or FM radio kind of sound that comes from using this microphone that I don't particularly enjoy.
I would want to hear more of a podcasting sound from $150, set of earphones. Now, you can pull this out. Boop! And I just ruined it. But, yeah, these, it comes out just in case you don't want to have this dangling. This is a thing that can get lost. Let's head over to the software and let's have a gander at what is available for options on this thing. And we see there is two different knobs on here. There is a button, which you could press. So we got an on button. We've got a button that will allow you to change, a few things. It's a programmable button, and two rockers, one for volume and one for whatever you want. Right off the hop on the left here, you can change what the button does. It enables all of these functions, or you got game bass boost on there, or 3D audio, chat boost if you want to be able to hear your friends a little bit better. And then you can use this rocker to change all of this stuff, variable mic monitoring or microphone volume. So you can do this on the fly on the side of the headset, which is pretty good. And then there is game presets. And you'll see that this is like kind of the theme here. There's no like music presets or, any talk of, bass boost and stuff like this. It's all under game presets. So, there's a game treble boost, and it's not for music. It's not for audio. It's not even really for, media consumption. It's for gaming. So these are very gaming focused, if that's something that you like. You can change the microphone volume, noise gate threshold, variable mic monitoring, so I can actually hear myself inside, and now I can't. Now I can. So you can actually hear what's going on. It gives you a little window into the outside world if you want to, using the microphone, or you can turn this off and then you won't hear yourself or who's around you because the cups are pretty good. So master volume, and then there's that 3D audio thing. I tried it and it didn't seem to, I don't like any of these fake 3D audio things. I always turn them off. Game Spatializer, don't know what this is. Tried to figure it out, and some Googling didn't really help me. They have this super hearing, technology here that when you enable it, it is supposed to help you hear the things in game, if you're playing a Battlegrounds game or something, footsteps in the distance, help you out, gunshots in the distance, stuff like that. And then game settings, you do have a full EQ here that you can change things. So as far as music's concerned, there's actually some thump in these, these headphones when you're listening to some rap music or something like that, some bassy music. So you can use these to listen to music. And then what I was talking about there, macros. So you can change all these functions based on macros on your keyboard. So if you wanted to have something happen, if you hit the key here, I hit 7, unlock 7, the 3D audio will turn off. So you can have complete control over all your audio functions without actually opening up this utility, which is pretty nice. So all in all, it's really a great gaming headset. $150 is about as much as I'd ever want to spend if I was a pro gamer on a headset. $250, I would never consider this. But if I was big into FPSs and I need me a wireless, very low latency headphone system, headset system, this is awesome. I'll go ahead and give it the recommendations. Some low points, the microphone isn't as good as I'd hope, but it's serviceable, it's not terrible. Volume on them, wireless, isn't quite as loud as I was hoping. You can't really ruin your ears with them, but I never had a problem playing video games with them with the microphone volume. So there's that. Turtle Beach Elite Atlas Aero Pro Performance Gaming Headset Wireless is pretty good, pretty damn good. And give it kudos, Turtle Beach. You don't just make sound cards in the 90s. You actually make a pretty damn good gaming peripheral. Here in 2019, 2020, I've had these for a few months. So, anyways, I'm at Watch Timmy Joe Instagram and Twitter. I'll leave an Amazon affiliate link to these below. I'd highly recommend them if you want the best of the best and you need wireless. These will definitely do well. And if I was gonna pick which one, I would pick these. I would save the $100, get the better audio experience over these, and it pretty much does everything else. So at Watch Timmy Joe Instagram and Twitter. Thank you for watching my television, my YouTube show about gaming headsets on the internet, and I will hopefully see you guys a lot this week. It'll be fun. So I'll see you guys later. Have a good day.